Today is 11th March 2023. Exactly 334 years ago, one of the greatest kings of India laid down his life for the cause of Swarajya or independence. This is the story of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj. In the year 1680, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj passed away, and his 23-year-old son Sambhaji ascended the Maratha throne as the second Chhatrapati of the Maratha Empire. श्री शंभो शिव जातस्य मुद्राद्यो रीवराजते यदन कसे विनो लेखा वर्तते कस्यनो परि. This was the royal seal of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj. Sambhaji Maharaj immediately started his campaigns against his enemies. The first campaign was the Janjira campaign against the Siddhi of Janjira in the Konkan coast. Meanwhile, his Sarsenapati Hambir Rao Mohite looted the Mughal province of Burhanpur and also its surrounding territories. This angered the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb, and he himself led a 6 lakh strong Mughal army to the Deccan. Sambhaji Maharaj had to soon abort his Janjira campaign and started to focus on the Mughals. The Mughals entered the Deccan, and Aurangzeb began new campaigns against the Maratha Empire, the Adil Shahi forces and the Qutub Shahi forces. The Adil Shahi forces attacked the Maratha Empire on their west and the Mughals to the north. The Marathas were also attacked from the west by the Firangi or Portuguese, the Wallandes or Dutch, and the Topikar or British. Sambhaji Maharaj found himself between a crossfire of different forces, yet he stood his ground and fought through the grimmest of situations because he had learnt from his father Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and his grandmother Rajmata Jizabai Sahib to never back down. Sambhaji Maharaj was only 2 years old when he lost his mother Saibai in the year 1659, and that is why he was kept in the care of his grandmother Rajmata Jizabai Sahib and his stepmother Soirabai, who treated Sambhaji like her own son. In the year 1666, after Shivaji Maharaj had signed the shameful Treaty of Purandar, Sambhaji had to accompany his father to Agra for Aurangzeb's 50th birthday. However, Shivaji Maharaj was humiliated in the Mughal court and soon house arrested. In a matter of 6 months, with an effective plan, Shivaji Maharaj and his son Sambhaji both escaped from Agra. In 1670, Soirabai gave birth to her own son Rajaram, and so she was invested in him, and Rajmata Jizabai Sahib, Sambhaji Maharaj's grandmother, became Sambhaji's main pillar of support. However, in the year 1674, just 4 years later, Rajmata Jizabai Sahib passed away, and Sambhaji Maharaj was left all alone because even Soirabai, his own stepmother, went against him because Soirabai wanted her son Rajaram to become the Chhatrapati after Shivaji Maharaj. However, Soirabai's brother Hambir Rao Mohite decided to support the cause of Sambhaji, and therefore Sambhaji Maharaj became the Chhatrapati of the Maratha Empire. Such was the childhood of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, so tough. However, here he was dealing with all his enemies all alone. In the year 1687, Alamgir Aurangzeb, the Mughal emperor, dissolved the Adil Shahi and the Qutub Shahi forces and incorporated them into the Mughal Empire. The Mughal Empire now surrounded the Maratha kingdom from the north and from the east. In the same year, 1687, the Maratha Empire lost its illustrious Sarsenapati, Hambir Rao Mohite, and Sambhaji Maharaj had lost his pillar of support. There were now only a very few people whom Sambhaji Maharaj could genuinely trust, and one of them was Sambhaji Maharaj's Chandogamatya and friend Kavi Kalash. Kavi Kalash was from North India, and he probably met Sambhaji when he was escaping from Agra. And once Sambhaji Maharaj was coronated as the Chhatrapati, Kavi Kalash joined the Maratha court. Kavi Kalash had quarrels with this clan in the Maratha Empire called the Shirke clan, and the Shirkes were very loyal servants of the Maratha Empire. Yet, they had a problem with Sambhaji Maharaj. Let me explain. You see, when the Shirkes joined the Maratha Empire during the reign of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, they had this piece of feudal land or Vatan. It was Shivaji Maharaj's policy that whoever joined the Maratha Empire must give up their Vatan and incorporate it into the empire. And that's what the Shirkes had to do. This was because Shivaji Maharaj believed that the Maratha Empire should not be a fragment of Vatans. It should be one solid kingdom. And after Shivaji Maharaj's death, the Shirkes started asking for their Vatan to Sambhaji Maharaj. And Sambhaji Maharaj did not want to violate the policy of his father, and that is why he repeatedly denied them of their Vatan. This problem later caused major trouble for Sambhaji Maharaj, which I will explain later. The next 2 years from 1687 to 89 were hard for Sambhaji Maharaj because the Mughal armies were too powerful and they were closing in on the borders of the Maratha Empire. One day Sambhaji Maharaj was stationed at his camp at Sangameshwar. He had with him Kavi Kalash and 25 to 30 soldiers. That was when Mukarrab Khan, the Mughal Sardar, surrounded the Maratha camp and captured everyone, including Sambhaji Maharaj. This camp at Sangameshwar was supposed to be a secret camp, yet Ganoji Shirke, Sambhaji Maharaj's own brother-in-law and one of the members of the Shirke clan, turned traitor and told Sambhaji Maharaj's location to Mukarrab Khan. This was probably because of the Vatandari problem that was there between Sambhaji Maharaj and the Shirkes. The Maratha captives were taken to Bahadurgarh, which was Aurangzeb's camp. Sambhaji Maharaj was stripped off of his royal clothes and was given some worn and torn garments. His royal turban was also taken away and he had to wear this conical shaped wooden hat. Sambhaji Maharaj was seated on a camel and was paraded all around the city. You know, in ancient times, whenever a king was captured, he was treated with some dignity. Yet Sambhaji Maharaj was not given any dignity in Mughal captivity. Soon Sambhaji Maharaj was presented before Aurangzeb and three conditions were put forward. Number one, Sambhaji Maharaj was to accept Muhyiddin Muhammad Alamgir Aurangzeb as the sovereign ruler of Hindustan. Second, Sambhaji Maharaj was to give the Maratha Empire's territory and treasury to the Mughals. And finally, Sambhaji Maharaj was to embrace Islam. Sambhaji Maharaj was not going to accept these terms. There was no chance. And that is why for the next 40 days, Sambhaji Maharaj and Kavi Kalash were tortured in the most brutal ways possible. One by one, their fingernails were removed, their toenails were removed, they were slashed by swords. Salt was applied to their wounds, they were whipped, they were beaten to the extent that their bones broke. There are a very few Marathi sources which tell us about Sambhaji Maharaj's torture in Mughal captivity, but there are Mughal sources which do. There is this Mughal source called the Muntakhabul Ubab-e Muhammad Shahi, which notes that Kavi Kalash was beaten so badly that he could not move any body part except his eyes and his tongue. And even in those terrible times, Kavi Kalash used to compose these small poems about the glory of Sambhaji Maharaj. One day Aurangzeb got off of his throne in order to pray, and Kavi Kalash got to know about this, and Kavi Kalash immediately composed a poem which went like this. यावन रावण की सभा शंभु बंध्यो बजरंग लहू लसत सिंदूरसम खूब खेल्यो रणरंग जो रवि सासी लखतही खद्यो थोत बदरंग त्यो तुव तेज निहार के तख्त जो अवरंग. The overall meaning of this poem is that, O king, you're so mighty, you're so glorious that Aurangzeb did not have the mental capacity to sit on his throne and he got down in order to pay respects to you. One more document, the Masire Alamgiri, which is Alamgir Aurangzeb's biography, written by his own Sardar, Saki Mustaid Khan. This Saki Mustaid Khan was also present during Sambhaji Maharaj's torture. So this document is very authentic. Saki Mustaid Khan writes that one day Aurangzeb came to check on his captives and Sambhaji Maharaj glared at Aurangzeb with fury and also said some bad words to him in Marathi. Aurangzeb told his soldiers to give Sambhaji Maharaj a new form of vision. The soldiers understood what was to be done. Hot metal rods were taken, they were glowing red. They were thrusted into Sambhaji Maharaj's eyes, they were twisted and then removed. Sambhaji Maharaj's tongue was also pulled out and cut. Then came the day, 11th March 1689. It was a new moon night, or Amavasya as it is called. Sambhaji Maharaj was beheaded. His head was paraded from Aurangabad to Burhanpur. The rest of his body was hacked to pieces. Sambhaji Maharaj was not given any dignity when he was alive, but even after he was dead, his remains were not cremated as per Hindu rituals. They were just thrown on the banks of the Bhima river in Tolapur. You know what Aurangzeb did to Sambhaji Maharaj? It was cruel. It was inhumane. Yet Aurangzeb still occupies this paragraph in the 7th grade history textbook. Heck, the Mughal Empire has a whole chapter, yet there is nothing on Dharmaveer Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, not even a line. If we can talk about Aurangzeb's successes, why can't we talk about his atrocities? Aurangzeb thought that the Maratha Empire would end after the death of Sambhaji Maharaj, yet the exact opposite happened. In the years after Sambhaji Maharaj, the two generals Dhanaji Jadhav and Santaji Ghorpade harassed Mughal armies that were twice or thrice the size of the Maratha armies. And 6 decades after Sambhaji Maharaj, the Maratha Empire turned from this little small kingdom to this juggernaut during the reign of Balaji Bajirao Peshwa. Sambhaji Maharaj's kingdom was small, yet his presence was so powerful that Aurangzeb focused all his resources in the Deccan, all his might in the Deccan, that he left the north unattended. And great warriors like Guru Gobind Singh could rise and recapture their territories in the Punjab. This was the contribution of Sambhaji Maharaj. If Shivaji Maharaj taught us how to live, how to lead, Sambhaji Maharaj taught us how to fight and how to die for our country. This video is my small tribute to Dharmaveer Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj on his 334th death anniversary. Everyone, let's remember the sacrifice of our king today. Let's remember how he protected the Maratha Empire against all odds. The Maratha Empire shrank, but it still survived. And it survived because of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj. Let's remember him today.